Well, the Adelaide Carnival is in full swing, and we're very lucky to have Tony McEvoy on the line. He has got some genuine chances going around at Morfordville this Saturday. Tony, how are you going?
Yeah, hi Jules, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Now we're going to kick off. I just want to firstly bring up the horse in the Derby on the backup, Silent Sovereign. She's not going to go around?
She hasn't done quite well enough, Jules, to back up, in my view. I wanted to. It was a plan to do it, but after seeing her for a few days, we'll wait another week. There's the Fillies Classic the next week, 2,500, so she won't run in the Derby.
All right, punters, so we can wait for 1 week for Silent Sovereign. We'll kick off in the first, Tony. You've got Dixon Street. She's the filly. She was pretty good at Gawler, I thought, when she won. It was a slowly run race, but they came home really good last 400, last 200. How's she been since that win?
Yeah, she's been good, Jules. She's built quite a nice little profile, this filly. John Singleton sent her down to me, and she's a nice filly by Spirit of Boom, and she was very impressive the other day in a small class race, and I thought it was time to step her up a notch. And I think with the claim, I'm expecting her to be competitive against these older horses.
Yep, fantastic. Race 2, you've got 3 horses in this race. The 2-year-old race, they get to 7 furlongs, 1,400 metres. We'll start with the boy Ringbolt. He's got the blinkers first time. I thought he was pretty good on debut. The market wanted to be with him. How's he progressed since that first up run?
Yeah, Jules, just going back to that previous filly, when I said the older horses, the 3-year-olds, the up in class is what I meant.
Yep.
They're all 3-year-olds, of course.
Yep.
So, mate, Ringbolt, he's taken a while for the penny to drop this horse. I gave him 3 trials, which was unusual for me, because he was wobbling on the bend and not quite finishing his trials like I wanted to. And then took him to the races, expected him to win that race. And he wobbled in the straight, and when Barron wanted to go forward, he wanted to go left and right. So I've put a set of blinkers on him, and we've gone straight to this class. It's a very aggressive placement, but there's very few races to run in with these young horses that need a bit further than 1,000 metres. So, he's down on experience against these, but he's quite talented.
You got 2 fillies. You got Bribery. Last start, she was off 47 days, so it looked like she just knocked up that last 200 metres. Now you've got 2 weeks in between runs. Is she going to come on leaps and bounds now, sort of this run after being 47 days in between the last run?
Yeah, you've seen it right, I think, Jules. I thought I had a pretty right for that race last week, and she presented to be right in the finish, and the white flag came up. The out of fuel tag. So she just emptied on me, and so we've trained her on quite strongly. She's been excellent. She's tightened up, and she's been racing all year, this girl. She's very tough, and as you say, had that 47-day freshen up. But I think she's improved enough to be in the mix. Her form lines are very strong for a race like this.
And the other one I want to mention, because I was very impressed with this debut performance of Violinist. She gets the blinkers first time as well. She looked to travel really well in the run, but just probably didn't get luck when she needed it. I loved her through the line. She was probably past the winner, 100 metres past the post. How has she progressed? Yeah,
very well, very well. Really good quality filly. I've liked her a lot, and as you can see by me placing her in a Group 3 at her first career start. So she's come on nicely. I thought the addition of blinkers would just help her. She was a bit timid the other day when she was balked a little bit, and I think the blinkers will help her. And again, it's a big ask for a filly at her second start to take on this level, but she's got the talent to do it, I believe.
Yeah, she looks a nice one for the future there, I think. Race 5. Monta Ferrante, a mare, she looks an improver. Third up here. Have you got her pretty well close to peak fitness now?
Yeah, she's very fit, very fit. I thought her last run on ground that she didn't really enjoy. It was quite soft at Balaclava, and she got through it, but just couldn't quite pick up that winner that had a claim and was handling the ground a little bit better than her. But I thought her run was very solid without winning. I think the 1,800 metres will be really ideal for her. This is quite a step up, though. This is a pretty strong little race for her, and And, it took her 11 starts to win a maiden, so she needs to keep stepping up to be competitive here.
Race 6, again, we've got 3 horses. You've got Gamekeeper, and then you've got Billable and Night Passage. We'll start with Gamekeeper. Really good win at Gawler. I just noticed the 26 days. Is this by intention or slight issue?
No issues. No, that was the plan. This was the race I wanted to get into, and those 2 races we targeted to get him fit for this race. So I think the time between runs is no problem. He's worked very strongly. He did a good job the other day against the older horses with the big weight and really put them away. Must be remembered, Jules, I did run this horse in the Blue Diamond. He was really showing me exceptional talent, and then unfortunately ran poorly in the Diamond and we gelded him, and last prep he just didn't come up for some reason. He's really found his form now, and he's right up to this race, I can assure you.
Excellent. Billable, third up here. Well, third up last prep, runs second in a listed race over 1,800 metres at this track. How's this horse progressing?
Yeah, very well, very well. She went into her first run, that 1,400 at Murray Bridge, without a trial, Jules, and she was probably a little flat the other day. Got too far back, and her sectionals were very good. It was a sort of a sit-sprint race, and she was very, very strong. Even though she ran 7th, it was a much better run than at Reed's. And I'd like her a little more forward in this race, to give her more of a chance.
And Night Passage, now this one does have 38 days off, but I have a feeling that was because it was in a brutally fast run race, didn't have a lot of luck, was wide. Did it just take a while to get over that run?
100%. That's exactly how it was. She laid down for a few days after that race, Jules. They went hard, and Jamie kept pressing, and it was a horrible race and for her. So she's bounced out of it well. Look, this again, looking at her form, you'd say to yourself, why is she in this race? Well, I can assure you I could work her with my other 2 in this race and she'd match them every day of the week. So I believe she's got the talent at this level, and that's why I wanted to give her another chance. It's the last restricted to age black type 3-year-old race of the season for her. So she's there, but needs to lift, I agree. But she'll be ridden a little more patiently in this race, and I'm expecting her to be competitive. Okay.
Race 7, you've got Beauty. Form looks pretty good now. In a slowly run race, you finished 6th to a horse called Bella Valla, who comes out and wins the Sangster last week. I think best figures are at 1,200 metres, so now gets to 1,200 metres, got a beautiful drawer. You'd think maps perfectly. Is she ready to run a big race?
Yeah, she is. She's been up a long time, Jules, but going very well, and every time I step her up to that listed level, she just finds them a touch good for her. And but this race was perfect for her. She's very fit. She's very well. She can get back into winning form, I believe, in this race.
And in the last, I think this horse is just beautifully placed. It's already won 3 from 9. I talk about the 3-year-old filly, a 10. Really fast run race last start. Seemed to be held up, but then got out, and then a horse up on the inside just got the better of you. Baron Vorster takes over. She looks really well placed here at 10, I thought, Tony.
Yeah, I agree. Good thing beating the other day. Should have won for sure. And she's... I don't think the barrier is an issue. She'll roll forward and looks a strong winning chance against this class.
Yeah, I think gate 12, I don't think that's an issue. I expect her to roll forward, probably sit outside leader or something like that. Won't be an issue. Just want to touch on, Tony, they're your runners for Saturday. Just want to touch on last week's Sunlight. I'm sure you went over with a fine-tooth comb. Is she going to push on to the Goodwood?
Yes, she is, Jules. She's come out of it perfectly, which is very frustrating for us, but we can't find anything amiss with the mare. She seems to be her normal self, and she just had a day off. I mean, for a mare of her class to be beaten before the turn tells you that she wasn't there to race, and as soon as she got back in, her heart rate was of a horse that would normally canter. So she didn't give us what she had in that race, and so I'm hoping she can turn it around. We're changing a few things around at home. She'll possibly have a run in blinkers in the Goodwood.
Yep.
And I'm hoping for her to find her form back.
Yeah, well, she found her form. She'd be mighty hard to beat. And with the addition of blinkers, we know that's a profitable experience, punters. Look, COVID-19, it's been a tough time for everyone, Tony, but especially probably in horse ownership. For the punters out there, if they're on their couch, how can they get involved with some ownership with your camp?
Yeah, Jules, it has been a bit tough, and I've backed off pushing my horses to sell through this time, respecting people's positions. But I've got some beautiful horses here coming through the education process superbly. And you can get in touch with Matt Tillett, who's on my website. Go to the website, all the horses are on there, and we'd love some people to get involved with these talented young horses.
Beautiful. Thanks, Tony. It's a great camp to get involved with punters, so get involved there if you want to be. Good luck for the weekend, Tony. It's a fantastic racing at Adelaide. The carnival goes on there, so good luck with your runners and good luck with Sunlight next week. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much, Jules.
Well, that was Tony McEvoy, and looked at his stats. He's going 21% to that camp, so it's a camp you can really trust. We'll be back after the break for Around the Country.